Gemini, have you ever felt like the universe is trying to tell you something, but you just can't quite understand its language? A song plays at the exact moment you think of someone. A dream repeats itself over and over again. A number keeps appearing on the clock, making your heart tremble while your mind stays silent. You think it's just a coincidence, but in truth, nothing is random. It's not that you found the message. It's that the message has found you. In recent days, the energy around you has begun to shift. Everything that seems random, the person you accidentally ran into, the email you forgot to reply to, that glance that lingers longer than usual, all of it is being arranged so that you can finally hear what your soul has been waiting so long to hear. Gemini, you are a child of the wind of thoughts and emotions swirling endlessly. You can read the energy of others, yet sometimes you forget how to listen to yourself. And now as Mercury, your ruling planet, begins to touch the gates of Jupiter and Pluto, something is opening. A signal, a message, a meeting that will make you unable to think, feel, or live the way you used to. It could be a person, or just a fleeting moment, but it will awaken every silent corner of your soul you thought had long gone quiet. This energy isn't loud. It's subtle, like the breath of wind slipping through the window at dawn. But if you truly listen, you'll hear your own calling within it. And that is exactly why you are here. Right now. Not by accident, but by destiny. So, sit down, pour yourself a cup of tea or coffee, take a deep breath, because what you're about to hear may forever change the way you see yourself. Part 1. Signs from the universe. When something is trying to find you. Gemini, have you noticed that lately everything seems to be speaking to you? A long-lost friend suddenly messages you after years of silence. A number repeats itself on license plates, or a dream that seems random yet leaves your heart restless. You can feel that something is about to happen, but you can't tell what it is. It's like a soft breeze passing through your mind, leaving behind a sensation you can't quite name, familiar, yet distant. And the special thing is, you're not the one searching for it. It's the one finding its way to you. When Mercury, your ruling planet, connects with Jupiter and Pluto, it's not just an astrological event. It's a sign that the universe is sending a powerful signal into Gemini's energetic field. Jupiter expands your vision. Pluto awakens hidden truths. And Mercury, the messenger between the seen and unseen worlds, is whispering to your intuition. Listen. This is not the time for logic to analyze or compare. This is the time to let your heart feel. Every subtle vibration is reweaving the thread that connects you with your destiny. Gemini, you are quick to pick up information, reading tone, glances, even the silence between words. But this time, you can't just hear with your ears or see with your eyes. The universe is speaking to you through sensations, through sudden intuition, through eerie coincidences, through moments of stillness, when your heart simply knows that something is moving. Sometimes it comes when you're working and suddenly stop for no reason, or when you randomly play a song and its lyrics hit exactly where your heart is. Those moments are not vague coincidences. They're cosmic breadcrumbs, little fragments scattered along your path, leading you back to where your soul has always meant to go. You may feel a strange sense of anticipation in the air. Everything seems to be on pause, but in truth, it's all being rearranged. Mercury trine Jupiter helps you expand your perception. You start seeing the hidden connections that were once invisible. Someone from the past may reappear not to stir chaos, but to complete an unfinished chapter. A missed opportunity may return, right when you're finally ready. And Pluto, the planet of transformation, is placing its hand on your shoulder, whispering, "Don't be afraid. What's returning isn't here to test you, but to complete you." You'll recognize it through deliberate coincidences, a message from a dream, an image that makes you stop in your tracks, a sudden urge to call someone and they've been waiting on the other end. These little things are the language of the universe, and only when you're still enough will you truly hear it. And if you're watching this video right now, maybe this very moment is part of that language. Because Gemini never arrives late when destiny calls. The universe is letting you know that everything you need to understand will come when you're ready to listen. Don't force yourself to figure it all out. Don't dissect every detail. Sometimes silence itself is the most complete answer. Because what's coming isn't within the mind's control, it's within the soul's expansion. You are in the phase where everything is about to fall into place, even if it doesn't look clear right now. Gemini, what you're feeling isn't an illusion. It's truth, knocking gently but firmly at your door. And when it arrives, you'll realize that nothing was random. Every meeting, every glance, every pause, they're all notes in the melody the universe has written just for you. So, pause for a moment. Place your hand over your heart. Breathe deeply and ask yourself, am I hearing what the universe is trying to say? If your answer is yes, leave a comment under this video. I'm listening, universe. Let the universe know that you're listening. And don't forget to like and subscribe, so we can keep decoding these sacred signals day by day, breath by breath, gaze by gaze. Now, sit back. Take a sip of your favorite tea or coffee and let its warmth flow through your body. Because what you're about to hear next may be the very message your soul has been waiting a lifetime for. Part 2. The calm face and the thoughts no one sees. Gemini, everyone sees you as quick, witty, adaptable, and intelligent. You make people laugh, you lighten the mood, and somehow you always have the right words at the right time. But behind that sharp gaze and charming smile, do you ever feel tired? Tired of maintaining the image that everything's fine, even when deep down it isn't? Have you ever been in a crowded room full of laughter, yet felt that quiet, cold emptiness inside, where no one truly understands you? The truth is, for Gemini, loneliness doesn't come from the lack of people around. It comes from the absence of someone who can understand the layers of thought you've never spoken aloud. Mercury, your ruling planet, is now moving through the hidden sector of your chart, House 12, pulling you back toward the parts of yourself you've neglected. It's the realm of memories, dreams, and emotions you've set aside just to keep being the cheerful one. But now, this energy is making every mask feel heavier than before. You read people so quickly that you sometimes assume they can read you too. But they can't. Gemini, you're a master of communication and also a master at hiding how you truly feel. You know when to speak, when to smile, when to stay silent. Yet sometimes, it's exactly because you understand too much that you feel lonely in a world you can't stop observing. You sense every shift in someone's eyes, every tremor in their tone, and you know what they're thinking. But you have no idea who's truly thinking about you. This is what I call intelligent loneliness. A mind that shines brightly while the heart lives in the shadow of too much awareness. You see everything, analyze everything, but can't find a way to express what you feel. The universe right now doesn't want you to understand more. It wants you to feel. Don't try to decode every signal or translate your emotions into something logical. Allow yourself to admit, today I'm not okay, and that's okay. Gemini, You don't have to be strong to be loved. You don't have to maintain a cheerful, witty, lively image for someone to stay. Because real love doesn't come from the version you perform, it comes from the trembling truth inside you. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you create space for someone to truly see you. And strangely enough, the moment you stop pretending to be fine, the world begins to feel lighter. The universe is teaching you how to let go of the role of the one who always has the answer. You're not anyone's dictionary. You don't need to explain everything to prove your depth. You just need to be real. Sometimes the simplest truth is, I'm tired, or I miss someone. Admitting that doesn't make you weak. It brings you back to yourself. If lately your mind feels tangled like a web, it's a sign that Mercury is clearing out old thoughts, unspoken words, and suppressed feelings. Let them go. Write them down if you need to. Talk to someone you trust. Or simply sit in the dark and let your emotions pass through you like the wind, no resistance, no holding on. Gemini, you are the sign of duality, logic, and emotion. But right now, the universe doesn't want you to choose between the two. It wants you to let them coexist, so that your smile is no longer a mask hiding pain, but real light shining from a heart that has dared to face its own darkness. If you've ever smiled to hide the storm inside, this video is your reminder that you don't have to anymore. Leave a comment. I'm ready to be real. As a way to tell the universe that you're ready to live authentically. And don't forget to like and subscribe so we can continue this journey together, where you don't have to be okay to be loved, you just have to be you. Part 3. Returning to your inner light. The awakening of spiritual intelligence. Gemini, how long has it been since you've been trying to understand everything from why someone left to the meaning behind the smallest moments in life? You think that if you could just understand it all, you would finally feel at peace. But you know, sometimes peace doesn't come from knowing. It comes from accepting that not everything needs to be explained. When you stop chasing answers, you begin to hear the voice of your soul, the one that has always whispered, though you've let the noise of the world drown it out for far too long. Mercury, your ruling planet, is now aligned with Neptune, opening a gateway between intellect and intuition. This is the moment when Gemini's logical mind begins to dissolve into the realm of feeling. If before you tried to understand, now you're being asked to see through sensing. This is the energy of claircognizance, the deep knowing that transcends reason. You don't need proof. You don't need evidence. You just know. A flash of intuition. A fleeting thought. A feeling without a name. All of these are ways the universe speaks to you. The Magician, your symbolic card, appears now, not to remind you of control, but to remind you that you are the channel through which magic flows. And the star rekindles the faith you thought had run dry. Together they whisper, you are already bright enough to light your own way. You don't have to look outward, nor chase someone else's light. The light you seek has always been there. Within you, you just haven't been still enough to see it. Remember, your intelligence doesn't disappear when you stop thinking it transforms. From analysis and comparison to a deeper level of awareness where everything is felt through the soul. When you are quiet, Mercury within you becomes a messenger not only of this world but of the universe itself. You begin to understand the invisible. A dream is no longer random. A returning memory isn't here to haunt you, but to heal you. Gemini, this is the time to relearn how to listen not to others, but to yourself. When you find stillness, what is meant to arrive will come naturally. What is meant to leave will quietly fall away. And within that pause, a new clarity arises. No longer, I need to understand, but I see. Not through your eyes, but through your heart. Imagine your mind as a lake, each ripple, a thought, a fear, an unresolved memory. The universe is gently whispering, let the water settle. When it becomes still, you'll see the sky reflected within your own light. That is spiritual intelligence. The harmony between understanding and surrender, between logic and faith. During this phase, you may find yourself easily distracted, as if your mind drifts elsewhere during the day. Don't be hard on yourself. Mercury and Neptune are helping you open your connection to higher realms. It's not distraction, it's a shift in frequency. You're being taught how to believe without seeing. And once you start to believe, you will see not with your eyes, but with your soul. The universe is teaching you to see through feeling instead of reasoning through thought. It asks you to pause, breathe deeply, and allow the unknown to exist without needing to name it. When you release the need to understand everything, life begins to align on its own. The answers you've been searching for will come not through the noise of logic, but through the stillness of faith. Gemini, the light you're seeking isn't ahead of you. It's glowing from within. You don't have to keep running, because you are that light. And once you realize this, you'll understand that you never needed to figure things out to feel at peace. Peace has been within you all along. If these words make you smile or ease your heart, even just a little, it's a sign that your inner light is returning. Write in the comments, I trust my inner voice, to send a signal to the universe that you are ready to trust your soul. And don't forget to like and subscribe so we can continue this journey together, the journey back home to yourself, where every answer begins in silence. Part 4. The Destined Meeting. A soul reflects. A soul. Gemini. Sometimes life sends us someone not to begin a love story, but to remind us of who we truly are. Maybe you're walking down the street and your eyes suddenly meet a stranger's, and for a brief moment, your heart stops. Or maybe it's someone you once knew, once loved, someone who once passed through your life in silence. Whoever it is, you'll know instantly. Not because they make your heart race, but because in their voice, in their smile, in their eyes, you hear yourself. This isn't a random encounter. When the sun forms a trine with Mars, your energy becomes radiant, magnetic, and unusually captivating. You start attracting those whose souls vibrate at the same frequency, people who don't come to complete you, but to mirror you back to yourself. The Two of Cups together with the Lovers, your ruling card, appear as confirmation. Twin souls are meeting, not to possess, but to awaken. Gemini, you are the sign of duality, two halves, two worlds, two hearts walking side by side. So when you meet this person, you'll sense something strange. They make you feel as if you're meeting someone new, and yet remembering someone you once were. In that moment, you don't need to try to be interesting, find the right topic, or impress them. Everything feels natural, almost frighteningly so. Your souls have been talking long before your bodies ever met. Their energy brings silence. Not the silence of distance, but the silence of realization. So this is why I had to go through all that heartbreak, all that loneliness. Because every road, every encounter, every old goodbye, they've all led you here. To this exact moment, where you see yourself more clearly in another's eyes. But remember this, Gemini. A destined soul isn't always meant to stay. Some souls appear only to touch you lightly, and then leave, just to help you remember the light you once carried. They come as mirrors, reflecting back the parts of you you've forgotten: your courage, your gentleness, your ability to love unconditionally. And when they leave, if you've truly learned the lesson, you won't feel loss. You'll feel gratitude. This isn't an idealized love or a perfect relationship. It's a meeting written into your soul's map. Every soul has its own symphony, and some notes only play when two people meet on the same frequency. For Gemini, this is the moment the universe wants you to hear that melody with your heart, not to analyze, not to label it as lover, soulmate, or twin flame, but simply to feel. This person reminds me of who I am. Tarot tells us that when the lovers appears with the Two of Cups, you are being called into the deepest form of healing through reflection. Every emotion that rises: love, anger, fear, hope, is your mirror. When you learn to observe rather than resist, you're learning to love yourself. And then you'll understand the message the universe has been sending. This person didn't come to complete you. They came to remind you that you were already whole. When you accept this, love stops being something you chase to fill a void. It becomes the natural flow of your soul. If lately you've felt your heart race because of someone, but you can't explain, why don't rush to understand it? Let that feeling lead you, because it might not be a new person at all, but an old soul returning in a different form, just to whisper, "I've always been here," waiting for you to remember yourself. Gemini, open your heart to what's unexpected. Allow yourself to be seen, to touch, to feel, not to find love, but to remember the love that has lived within you all along. If you've ever met someone who made you think, "I know this person," even though we've never met, then this is your message from the universe today. Leave a comment. I recognize this soul, as a greeting to that soul, wherever they may be in this vast universe. And don't forget to like and subscribe, so we can continue exploring the sacred energy between you and them, where love isn't just emotion, but the awakening of two souls recognizing each other in the light. Part 5. Blessings come after you let go. When the universe rewards your honesty, Gemini, have you ever noticed that the things you once chased endlessly only seem to appear the moment you stop looking for them? When you stop holding on so tightly, stop fearing, stop asking when, that's when the universe finally has space to place the gift in your hands. It's the law of energy. Only when you release control does everything begin to align exactly as it was always meant to. Now, as Mercury, your ruling planet, joins forces with Jupiter and Pluto, a cosmic portal opens. Jupiter expands prosperity, Pluto awakens hidden power, and Mercury carries this message straight into your mind. What you've planted is now beginning to bloom. This is the moment when the energy of divine return starts moving, not through sudden luck, but through the natural blossoming of everything you've nurtured with patience. The Ace of Pentacles and Judgment appear together in your reading, two powerful energies of rebirth and worth. If lately it has felt like your efforts disappeared into the void, this is when everything starts circling back. The door opens not because you begged for it, but because you've been honest with yourself. You've learned how to let go. And letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting. Gemini, remember that every delay, every loss, every silence has a deeper meaning. You were never abandoned. You were being held back so that you could witness something greater. The universe never says no. It simply says, not yet. And when the moment arrives, everything pours in at once, like rain falling on land that has long been thirsty. But for blessings to truly reach you, you must make room for them in your mind. in your emotions, and in your daily life. Perform the ritual of clarity, a simple yet powerful practice. Write down 3 things you are grateful to yourself for, not to others. Maybe it's your patience, your kindness, or simply the fact that you're still here, still trying every day. Rearrange your workspace or your room. When you clear your physical space, you're also cleansing your energetic field. And finally, light a candle, take a deep breath, and softly say, "I'm ready to receive." This isn't superstition. It's a symbolic act, your way of telling the universe that you're ready to align your frequency with the energy of receiving. Because sometimes, what blocks blessings isn't fate, it's the quiet resistance within us, the fear that we're not good enough to receive. But Gemini, you don't need to be perfect, you just need to be real. And when you do this ritual, don't be surprised if you start noticing little signs everywhere. 11, 11, 12, 12, a bell ringing in the distance, or an old song suddenly playing with the exact words you were thinking. These are not coincidences. They are messages from the universe saying, "It's time. Your moment has come." This blessing isn't just material. It flows through all areas of life. Your work becoming steadier, your relationships feeling lighter, and most importantly, a deep peace within your heart. You'll realize that, when you're honest with your emotions, every other door opens as well. Truth creates freedom, and freedom is the foundation of abundance. Gemini, it's time to stop chasing what you think you need and receive what you truly deserve. Don't ask when, because the moment you let go, that's when it begins to arrive. You don't have to beg, prove, or do more. The universe doesn't demand perfection, only your genuine presence. If right now you feel a warm wave in your chest, a quiet peace you can't explain, that's the first sign that your blessings are approaching. Let them come gently, like your own breath. And if you're ready to receive everything that's meant for you, write in the comments, "I'm ready to receive." Send that signal out into the universe, letting it know your heart is open. And don't forget to like and subscribe so this journey of healing, rebirth, and blessing won't just be yours alone, but ours together, walking side by side, seeing the light in one another as we each find our way home. Gemini, perhaps after listening to this entire video, you've realized something, that life isn't always meant to be explained, but to be felt. Every sign, every encounter, every silence has its reason for being. When you learn to pause, to listen, and to be honest with your feelings, you'll find that you no longer have to chase anything, because what belongs to you will always find its way back. The greatest lesson the universe wants to give Gemini right now is this: letting go doesn't mean losing. It means opening your hands to receive. When you stop searching for answers, you allow what's truly meant for you to come closer. When you stop pretending to be the one who's always okay, you begin to heal. When you stop overanalyzing, you start to understand with your soul. And when you stop being afraid, blessings will quietly enter your life, not through effort or force, but through honesty with yourself. Remember, what you're going through right now is not an ending, but a divine rearrangement guiding you to the right place, the right person, at the right time. Trust that you can never stray too far from your path, because even when you wander, the universe gently pulls you back through the magical signals that only your heart can recognize. If you've taken something meaningful from this video, share it in the comments below. Write a simple affirmation as a promise to the universe: "I'm ready for my next chapter." Because when you speak it out loud, that energy becomes a signal And what you've been waiting for will find you faster than you think. If today's message resonated with you, don't forget to leave a like to support this energy, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next divine messages, and share this video with someone who might also need a reminder from the universe. Gemini, you don't need to be perfect to be loved. You just need to be real. Because it's when you are truly yourself that your inner light shines brightest, guiding every good thing that's meant for you to return home. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for allowing yourself to believe just a little more in magic. I'll see you in the next video where we'll open new doors of destiny together with open hearts and souls ready to receive the light.